everybody, it's Coin Snobz. I'm Keith.
And I'm Jason.
And we have a special box today. As you may or may not know, I was on vacation last week and I was in San Diego. So I called around to all of the local banks that were in my area and I was able to find a box of halves in San Diego. And the stamp on the top says Brinks, Los Angeles. And some other stuff. It's dated May 22nd of 2019. So kind of has us really curious as to what we're going to find in these boxes. Our interest has definitely been piqued. I sat on these boxes for almost a whole week while I was in San Diego. And I got back on Sunday, and it is Thursday, and we're just now getting to break this box.
Well over a week.
Yes, and it's killing us. So we're going to cut it open and see what we got for enders, and then we'll do our usual wrap-up. So let's get to cutting.
It's interesting how they do the sides, too.
Yes, it is. And the front looks like they reused a box. Oh, this one isn't.
Yeah, that one's sealed still.
So, here we go.
Silver Waterfall.
I don't see any obvious silver enders, but there's a good looking mint state there. So that's what we got. We have a box of San Diego halves. So hopefully we'll be able to find some of that luck in this box. Because we've been 6 boxes of halves. Is it 6 or 7 boxes?
I think it's 7 now.
7 boxes of halves with no silver.
Yeah, the halves. We got silver in quarters and dimes, but not in the halves. So, yeah, it's 7 boxes. All right, so we will hit you up with the wrap-up later. See you soon.
Hey everybody, just a quick look into the roll. I opened this one up, and I don't know tell me when the light catches it, Jason.
Right about there.
So we have what looks to be a silver there. If you look right there where my fingernail is, that looks silver to me, and let's check it. We're going to cherry pick it. I have a no cherry picking rule, but since we're starting to post these videos on YouTube, I've kind of had to change that just because I like the mystique of going through the roll. So let's check it and see what we got. And it is a 1969 Denver.
Awesome.
So 40%er.
So no more silver drought for the halves.
We broke our 7-box drought. So there it is, a 40%er.
Woot! Hey everybody, and welcome to the wrap-up. Got a couple of interesting things here. Some of the usual suspects, but let's go ahead and get started and take a look at what we found. Alright, first one we got here looks like a very, very old die. This die is just about at the end of its life, as you can see there from all of the, what appears to be doubling on the bust and in front of the cheek and all that, but that's actually just metal flow from a really bad die. But if you look at above the G in God there, here I'll cast a little bit of a shadow on it, you can actually see some struck through. Looks like struck through debris. And there's a little bit over here as well, but that's the primary right there. Now that's either struck through debris or that could be maybe just a piece of the die coming off. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with as bad as the die is. I see quite a few of these where it looks like it's struck through, but it's possibly not. It could just be something from the die, because as you can see, this die state is really, really, really super late. I mean, this thing's got metal flow everywhere. And that is a 72 Denver. Yeah, you almost can't even see or make out the mint markets. Such a heavily used die. Okay, so there's the first one. And then this one, we have some more struck through. And this is going to be between the T and the A there. That could be a glob of grease, or that could be an actual piece of debris. Probably a big glob of grease. A little bit on the lower part of the A there. That's on another 72D. Common circulated coin. And we've got a 1980 Philadelphia. Not a bad looking coin, but a little bit of struck through grease right there in front of his face, below his nose there. Not a bad coin. Signs of circulation in the usual places. The shield and all that fun stuff. And some more struck through. See a little bit there. Below that center star, below the E, to the left of it. And a little bit above the olive branch, right there in the center. And again, it's strange how this seems to show up a lot in coins that have a very late die state. If you guys have any idea as to maybe what that could be because of the old die state, if maybe they're prone to having grease buildup or debris that comes off of them because they're such a late die state, or, you know, grease from being polished, let us know in the comments if you could, please. I've been curious about that for a while and I can't really find any information on it. This one is a 98, is it? No, 2008, sorry. 2008 Nifty. But I believe she has a little bit of struck through. Above the stars there in the E. That could also be damaged, but that looked like strike through to us. But this is definitely struck through grease right here. See how there's some missing detail right about there. Part of the arrows and the claw, the talons of the eagle, and this darker spot right here. That all looks like it would be struck through grease. And some more struck through grease. Sorry, sometimes it takes me a minute to find exactly where we saw it at. But you get to rediscover it with me. That one's just a really, really poor strike. Ah, yeah, here we go. Right here, struck through grease. Above these stars right here. Real light, but it's definitely there. Kind of get the shadow on it so you guys can see it a little bit. Kind of 3 splotches of places where it's been pretty well struck through grease. Then we've got a 74 plain. Also struck through grease. That one almost looks like it's struck through some sort of debris right above here. Kind of hard to judge. Also a later die state, but not late enough to where it has a lot of metal flow. pretty common circulated condition. Okay. And then we've got some strike doubling. 1971D. Really weak rim right there below the date. But definitely some strike doubling. Again, nothing of great value with the strike doubling, or machine doubling as they also call it, but we think it's pretty cool, especially when it's that dramatic. Some more strike doubling. There it starts to appear. Really thick letters. And that is also uncommon circulated 71D. Same idea, a lot of detail missing there on the bottom of the rim by the 71 and the date. You got to remember they struck quite a few half dollars in 1971, both Philadelphia and Denver, but especially Denver. So they were definitely trying to get their money's worth out of the dies. Some more strike doubling on this one. A little bit of a double rim. But yeah, some pretty dramatic strike or machine doubling. This one is a 73 plane. Then we've got a Clash. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, yeah, there we go. A little bit of clashing right here. And this is actually kind of cool because you can actually see the polishing marks where the machine operator at the mint attempted to polish out the Clash. Just kind of neat. (1974) Denver. So you got to think, all the way back in 1974 in Denver, Colorado, there was a mint worker that polished that Clash, or attempted to polish all of the Clash out of that die. And those marks are still left over from then. It's one of my favorite parts about coins is the history. That T and that R look a little bit strange, but that almost looks like damage to me. Looks like part of them are missing. I'll have to look at that a little bit better later. And then we got a couple of mint states. Let's see if they're actually mint state. First one is a 71 Denver. Nope, I already don't like it. It's got good eye appeal, but it's funny how many things pop out on the microscope. Got a pretty good bag mark on his upper lip there. It's like Kennedy got into a fight. Under the trust, almost looks like somebody tried to underline it. Shield's not terrible, but typical poor strike from that time period. And the rim doesn't look so hot. Yep, so that one is a reject. That one's going back in the culls. And then a 71 Denver. Yeah, this one's no good. Oh no, this one's no good. Definitely not. Later die state. You can see the telltale double I right here of a later die state Kennedy. Not impressed whatsoever. However, it's got a double rim. It's got a fairly dramatic double rim. So we might actually hold on to that, even though it's not a very good coin. That's kind of a neat anomaly. And one more mint state to look at. 77 plain with a really cool gold color. Probably sat in a roll for a very long time. Again, shows signs of being a later die state. If you look at the U, especially the U actually, all you have to do is look at the U and trust. And you can see what almost looks like doubling there. That's not actually doubling, and it's not even strike doubling. That's actually metal flow from the die being so well worn. It's actually allowing metal to flow when it's struck underneath the devices of the die. Almost looks like it's a little bit of an ender there too on the T. I think that's probably just damage though. Yeah, pretty good bag mark on the eagle. And that's a shame, because this is a really pretty coin. I love the gold color, the gold toning on it, but that's going back in the pile. Alright, and then we have a couple examples of Nifsies. Got a 2017 Denver. Okay, but I kept this for one big reason. A lot of people keep these 2017 Denvers, or well, I shouldn't say specifically 2017 Denver, but any Nifsi coin not intended for circulation. That's any coin from 2002 on up, in 1987 and 1970. And those were coins that were struck only for collectors. You can only find them in rolls that you'd had to buy from the mint special or in mint sets. And a lot of those years, the ones that were in mint sets were special satin finish, so they're still not even technically considered a business strike. But a lot of people keep these 2002 and up and 1987 half dollars because they are Nifsies. They're not intended for circulation. However, if we find them in a roll, they're circulated, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to find them with all of these terrible circulation marks. I mean, you see all across his cheek, his jowl, up here, all of that is circulation, and that actually makes it, to me and Keith anyways, way less valuable, you know, even though it's a Nifsi, just because there's so many Nifsies out there that are going to be so well preserved, that are still in rolls, that are still in mint sets. So really, if you find one in circulation, you know, like look at that shield. Yeah, see, at this point, to me, I mean, it's neat that you found it in circulation, but it's a damaged coin, so especially one that's that well circulated, we're going to put that back into circulation. 2013, and again, another Nifsi, 2013 P, Philadelphia. Not struck through grease, no errors, just the Nifsi. Which again is cool that it was found in circulation, but I mean, you know, look at that terrible damage. That's just, yeah. That's not worth it. Really bad hit there on the shield. Nope. That's going back. Alright, and then for these next coins that I'm going to show you, all you really have to look at And this is crazy. This is one of the strangest anomalies that me and Keith have been confronted with in a while when it comes to these half dollars. And they've been slowly trickling to us for a while now, but this is absolutely the worst case that we've ever seen. All you got to do on all these coins, I won't even necessarily worry about the years, is look right there below the bust. Die crack. 1997 Philadelphia. This one also has some struck through grease, which is kind of cool right there below the bust. Right there in front of the face, pretty much all the way around Kennedy's entire bust. And a lot of the back, and then it's missing a lot of the top of the left wing, right wing, I suppose, for the eagle. Part of pluribus is missing. And that's not from circulation either. That's not wear. That was missing when it was struck. Okay, so make sure you take note of the die crack. Okay? So die crack for that one. And we'll make this real quick. 1998 Philadelphia. Similar die crack. Okay, 97 Philly again. Similar die crack. 1998 Philadelphia. Okay. Really dramatic, yet similar die crack. '97 Philadelphia again. Similar die crack. Another 97 Philadelphia. Guess what? Die crack. '95 Philadelphia. Die crack. Small one. Kind of hard to see, but die crack. '97 Philadelphia. Die crack. That one's a little beat up, so it's a little bit harder to see. '97 Philadelphia. Die crack. And then it went all the way up to the new millennium, to the 2000s. 2000 Philadelphia. Die crack. Okay, so my question to you, dear viewers, is why? What happened in Philadelphia that was such a dramatic occurrence that for some reason those die cracks appeared in so many multiple years? And on top of that, all of a sudden we're starting to find these die cracks. We weren't seeing these die cracks maybe 1 or 2 per 10 boxes, maybe. Like, it was a total anomaly for forever. All of a sudden, we're finding boxes with like a dozen or more of them in there. So I don't know what has gone on. I don't know if some great die crack collector of the West has liquidated his die crack collection and all of a sudden they're pouring back into circulation. I don't know. Neither me nor Keith have any idea what's going on. But if you have any ideas, let me know. Okay, going on to something a little bit more interesting. 1980 Philadelphia with some really strange extra metal. Right about now. Which again is also really weird because the extra metal part is strange. And that's kind of what got me starting to think about maybe some of those later die state struck through debris or struck through grease errors. Maybe they're not. Maybe that has something to do with the die coming apart. You know, and there's extra or less metal on the die and it's being transferred over to other coins. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Maybe that's something else that you guys can also answer for us. And then we got some interesting counter strikes. 77 Denver. I'm not sure why that has an extra D there. That's a counter strike. It's got the good cross of the Lord on it, right on his forehead. And then the money symbol on the tail feather of the eagle on the reverse. And I think that we've seen these before, and I used to know what they were, or what significance they had, or why they were counterstruck that way, but I don't remember. So if you guys have any clue, let us know. And then finally, the pièce de résistance. Some actual silver. No kidding. So after 7 boxes of no silver $half, we have finally found a silver $half. It was one $half, 40%, not very pretty, but it's still silver. So whatever, we will take it. Fine with that. Not going to argue. I mean, we've found a silver quarter and a silver dime, but this is the big daddy of them all as far as we're concerned, is actually finding a silver, or at least a $half that contains some silver. So that's cool. And there you go. That's it. That's everything that we found. Like I said, if you guys have any idea what's going on with the die cracks all of a sudden, if you could, maybe let us know, or if you have any theories, or if you have any theories about the struck through grease on the later die states as opposed to, you know, them having extra metal, maybe like I was saying, the dies cutting apart or something. We're not sure. A lot of this is still kind of a mystery, I think, to everybody, and everybody can just kind of speculate. But that's all I got for you now. I will be having another video again, if not sooner. Will be in the next couple of days. Will be Monday. I want to thank everybody that has recently subscribed to us. Super awesome. We're getting closer to our $100 or $100 our 100 subscriber giveaway. I think we're sitting right at around 89 right now at the time of this video. So, I mean, we're getting there. Thanks to all of our new friends and the friends that we've met through other people's live streams and everything else. Super cool to finally talk to you guys and kind of expand our coin repertoire and get out there and talk to some really cool folks. But anyways, if you have any just general comments or suggestions or whatever, let us know, and I will see you guys in the next couple of days. Have a great day.